Hey everybody, it's Jimmy Kimball and I am selling my house, and I thought I'd make a video of a seller's perspective on accepting an offer that's a USDA loan. I'm not a real estate agent, I'm not a financial advice person or anything like that. But as somebody who's selling their house and accepted an offer with a USDA loan, I wanted to kind of give you the pros and cons of being a seller and accepting a USDA loan offer. So the pros are it's a government loan, and it makes your house available to a lot of a different category of buyer, because the USDA extends your loan period. I think it can go up to 38 years for the buyer. So it can get a home into maybe someone's, can get into the house with doesn't have a lot of income. It also allows you to get the loan without being, like, you and a partner, without being married. You can both be on the loan. Sometimes these government programs require you to have, you to be married to do that. So number one, it's government backed. That's a pro. As long as the people qualify, they're probably going to get into the house. The money's there. One of the cons is they require a little bit more stringent, inspections. Everybody's heard of the FHA loan where they have to have this a certain way, that a certain way. Well, USDA, if you have a home inspection and say your house is a little bit more of a fixer-upper, you're going to be, they're going to want all that stuff fixed. Now, it could be either on the USDA will want all that stuff fixed. It can be either on the buyer to fix it with funds from their loan. So sometimes they get money in the loan to fix the issues with the house that they're buying, or the seller can fix them, but it has to be done by like a contractor. You have the normal things: water, sewer or septic testing, but what we're running into with our house isn't perfect, and there's a few minor issues. The buyer has had to have contractors come out and check all this stuff and then give them quotes, and they have to get it fixed because the government is looking at it like an investment. So they want the house to be in really, in fixed up shape, like even little holes in the siding, they want that fixed. The USDA, like, getting people into homes is like, the motto is like safe, sanitary, and there's another word in there. But so you have a bunch of inspections. You have a pest inspection, you have lead inspection. So if you have an older house, that's something to consider. If you don't know there's lead in your house and the USDA sends somebody in and they look at this lead, they do these lead tests and they find lead in your house, now on your selling disclosure, you have to put that there's lead in the house. So that can be another can of worms you could open up. So overall, the USDA loan is fine, and we accepted it for our house. This is a seller's perspective. Would I have not accepted it in hindsight? Not necessarily. I think these people that are buying our house, they wanted a house, they're happy to pay full price, and they had enough money in their loan from the USDA to fix anything that was wrong with the house. But as a seller, just know you're going to be dealing with a lot more red tape that the government is implying on you as a seller and them as a buyer. So just keep this in mind. USDA loan, you're going to have a home inspection, pretty normal, but they'll want anything that they find that is not, safe or sanitary, basically anything wrong with the house, to be fixed by the seller or the buyer, depends on your agreement. And so stuff like that, it's a little bit, it's tricky. Just keep in mind, for a USDA loan, you're going to have, as a seller, you're going to have the buyer coming in with contractor if there's any issues, because it's to fix any problems. They need to get the quotes to give to the USDA. You're going to have a pest inspection. You're going to have lead if your house is old enough to contain lead. You're going to have water inspection. You're going to have a sewer or septic, I guess it would be septic inspection. And it's all in the hands of the USDA, whether they will grant the loan to those people. So just a seller's perspective on accepting a USDA loan and kind of what you can expect. I think it's a great loan. It gets people into houses. That's really hard for some people. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And just think about it like that. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos if you'd like.